Hey guys, how's it going? It's ItZMuRdA here with a midweek episode of Current Events. There's a few things I wanted to talk about and maybe even clarify. I seem to have a habit of putting a video out and then like something changes the day afterwards and then I have to annotate it and things like that. So I don't know if I'm a step ahead of the game or what, if somebody's out to get me. But anyway, the first thing I wanted to mention is if you haven't seen them, I put out three parts to a Nexus video yesterday. You've got part 1, 2, and 3, the map overview, the flyby overview, and the ground overview. I did them three separate videos. I was originally going to just put the map stuff in the other videos, and I was like, you know what, I talked about the map and the lattice and the connections and kind of the macro strategy of the island enough. Let me just make it its own video. So I tried to make them generally pretty short videos rather than like a 20-minute one or something like that. And you can watch one or two or all three, whatever you want, or none. But I wanted to let you know that they were there, and I guess they're kind of, at least as far as I know, the first real look at Nexus, um, in this much depth, I should say, at least. I tried to do my typical overviews like I've done for the ItZMuRdA 2.0 changes and the Hasen changes or rather just Hasen in general, if you saw those. And let me know what you think. Take a look at them. I apologize that on part 2 and part 3, I didn't have access to the Nexus again after the original invitation that we had last Thursday to participate there with Future Crew and Nuck and TIW and some other guys. So I took footage from that stream that night and kind of commented over it. The quality is a little bit reduced because of that. You've got some text and the webcam on the screen and things like that, but I think it still serves its purpose, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know if you have any feedback. I just wanted to make sure that you didn't miss those. I often don't release videos on Tuesday, but I actually had a lot of spare time, so I worked on them quite a bit. Speaking of the Nexus, it's going to be making its first appearance on Community Clash tonight. Every Wednesday night as usual, unless there's some wacky test server stuff going on. So that's 8 p.m. Central or 9 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/AGNTV. And I definitely recommend you guys tuning into that. I got to participate in the Community Clash last week and it was a blast. It made me feel like raiding in an RPG again. I feel like I wanted to do it again the next night, so hopefully as MLG and things like that get into the swing of things, you'll have stuff like this happening more often, because I was like, oh man, I wish I was doing that every week, you know? So hopefully Future Crew will be doing scrims and practices and actual matches and things like that, even if they're just community hosted more often, because it was a lot of fun. And these guys are going to get to check out the Nexus tonight. Sturm Grenadiers going up against Rage Quit, both Matherson outfits if you're not familiar. And either way, it's a great time, so make sure you tune in 9 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/AGNTV. I thought last episode, not only because I was participating in it, but when I watched it after the fact, the recap, I thought it was done very well, and I think each episode so far has been an improvement over the past as far as just, the AGN team and things like that, and the rule set, and so on and so forth. So definitely tune in, check it out. I think you'll enjoy yourself. Speaking of competitive PlanetSide 2, I wanted to give an actual plug. I know I've kind of mentioned it on Twitter and things like that, but I wanted to include it in a video. PlanetSide.CC is the website. The idea was set up originally by Kid Riot, and he's kind of doing most of the administration for it. It's got a lot of support, both in funding and moderation and things like that from other prominent community members as well, though. And I think he said over 300 people have registered already. It's a pretty new forum, and if you're interested at all, if your outfit is planning on participating in competitive PlanetSide 2, I definitely recommend you check it out. Right now it's pretty basic and a forum for like-minded folks to discuss competitive related things and kind of to supplement the community clash a little bit, things like that. Maybe even set up scrims and stuff like that for outfits in the future. And I know eventually the plan, I don't think it's really like that right now, but eventually the plan is to kind of turn it into like a Elitist Jerks / Arena Junkies type of site for PlanetSide, if you're familiar with those sites, especially Arena Junkies for World of Warcraft, where you might even have everybody have access to it, but certain sections only MLG outfit players or what have you, some sort of subsection can only post in that section, so that you know that you've got experienced people playing competitive PlanetSide 2 posting in a certain section. And without trying to be elitist, that's the goal, to kind of have high quality stuff without I guess messing around with what's on the official forums and things like that. I didn't want that to sound elitist. I don't know if it did, but hopefully people will enjoy this, whether they want to post on it or just browse it. I think it's a great site, and it's starting out now, so get in early if you're interested, for sure. Again, that's PlanetSide.CC. I'll put all these links in the description, as I always do. Speaking of competition, again, I guess we can talk about the WDS a little bit. I mentioned this in a previous video, and then I made a video, and this was one of those things where, like, the day after, or maybe even that night after I made that video, they had changed the scoring system from what they had originally announced the Friday beforehand. So this is underway as of Monday, 2 days ago. It's got 5 weeks, so there's still 32 days and change left on it. Plenty of time for this stuff to change, but there is an official website out now for the stats. You need this little hashtag exclamation point stuff in it for it to work, but you can also just go to players.planetside2.com and click on the WDS section as well, if you're so inclined. Anywho, this is here now. TR have been in the lead by a substantial amount since it started. It is only 2 days in out of 35. But I think it's going to be kind of hard to break that lead, honestly. A lot of people are, blaming population imbalance, and maybe that's the case. Apparently, there's some servers where TR are extremely dominant. They almost have more than the NC and the VS combined on Miller, for instance. They have a really big lead on Watterson and Briggs as well. So I kind of think that if those servers favor TR that much, they're just going to continue to do so, and it's going to be really hard for NC or VS to catch up. But my call right now is that TR just sweeps it. They win every week, and they win the 5 week as well. But I don't know. They are also starting out with the Northern Indar warp gate right now, and Malorn and Maggie confirmed last night on their Tuesday night ops, which is something else I want to talk about, that they are going to flip the warp gates or do something at some point during the event to try to make it fair to everybody. So that might make a difference as well. So we'll have to see. If you're not playing TR, get in there and increase your Empire's representation in here so you can get yourself some boosts at the end of each week. And if you are playing TR, I mean, keep doing what you're doing, I guess, right? Here's the server breakdown. Like I said, they're not winning on every server, but they are vastly winning on a few different servers. So this is this link. I'll put it in the description as well. You can kind of, this seems like it updates very, very actively. If you refresh the page, the numbers go up a little bit and things like that. And then also I wanted to mention that the dev representatives for each empire have been streaming a 1 hour stream session on twitch.tv/planetside2 from about 4 to 5 Pacific, or I guess that's 7 to 8 Eastern, on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So the last 2 days, Monday was the NC day, Tuesday was the TR day with Clegg and Malorn respectively, and then Wednesday's a day off because they're supporting community class, and then Thursday is the VS day with Taylor Pterodactyl, and then Friday's Friday Night Ops. So most of the days of the week there is something going on the twitch.tv/planetside2 channel, even if only for an hour. But a lot of people don't know about that, so make sure you tune into them. It's usually just Maggie and the Empire representative hanging out, playing their Empire on one of the live servers, and answering some questions and things like that. So it's been pretty fun so far, and that's going to continue for at least the remainder of the preseason for the next 4.5 weeks. So make sure you tune into that. That is on the official Twitch for PlanetSide 2, and like I said, it's about 7 p.m. Eastern on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I think that's about it as far as the main things I wanted to talk about. I have this window open because, yet again, I made a video the other day telling people how to connect to Twitch chat in IRC if they weren't familiar with it, and then literally the next day, Twitch changes how their IRC connection works and figures. I annotated that video, but I just wanted to put this up here again if you saw that. Lots of times during tournaments and things like that, like the League of Legends tournament that's going on right now, Twitch chat will be acting up, and usually the IRC is still working if the actual web-based chat isn't working. So you might want to consider doing this if you're having any sort of trouble in chat. You can connect to any Twitch server, or rather any Twitch channel like it, or through it. And I refer you to the other video on my channel to check that out. I can actually go back here and I don't even remember where I put it. There it is. Twitch streams chat broken. Connect to any stream chat in under 5 minutes. Okay, so that's the video you want to check out. But the one thing you want to notice is that the password is no longer your Twitch password, and you actually have to get an OAuth token from this link. It'll take you to a page that says, you know, authorize your Twitch account, blah blah blah. You hit that, and then you hit like give me my password or something like that. It's like 2 steps. It's really quick, and it'll give you a password that looks like this. It'll have OAuth : in it, and you want to actually include that entire thing, not just what's after the colon, in your password, and then you just paste that into your IRC client, and it should get back to working. So if you're having any trouble with that, that's the change that you need to be mindful of. Anyway, that's pretty much it for today. Be sure to tune in to Community Clash tonight, and the Vanu Ops tomorrow with Maggie and Taylor, and then the Friday Night Ops again as usual. I'll be streaming every day over at ItZMuRdA.com or twitch.tv/ItZMuRdA_TV, so I hope to see you guys there. And thank you for the support. Have a good one.